So we will create one more class. I will tell you what that program does. So you write UDP client. Now in this program, I am going to show you how to client sends message to server until client types by. Okay. That means now again there is a communication between server and client goes on sending the messages now. In the last program, I told you just one message. This is UDP client that will be flashed at the server side. But here now again, we can send multiple message from client to server, and server will also reflect the messages. Okay. So therefore, we can start with this code. So under that, we have to create public static all of you carefully as usual. Okay, if exception will go, I will take it later on. So now see here, we have to take scanner object. You know that whenever client, that user wants to type from the keyboard, so that scanner class is available in the Java. You know that we have to create the object of the scanner class, and that can be read the lines of the user whenever user types the message from the keyboard. Okay, so scanner object we have to create. So that is new scanner. Then stream. Again, we have to add this Java util package. Okay. Now scanner object we have created now, so that user can type the message from the keyboard. Now in the step, I will write in the comment, create socket now. All of you see carefully, note down as I am typing also. Now create the socket object for carrying data. So here datagram socket, just at the previous level, in the previous example also typed, I told you. So DS object we can create, you can give any name here, datagram socket without any binding. So whatever this java.net, and this will throw the exception. So I will throw it socket exception, no doubt. After that, we have to now take the local host, that is IP or host name. So that inet class I just told you, inet address class is there. So we can create one object of that class. Then inet address dot get localhost we can take. Okay. So this is unknown host exception may be occurred. So now we are having IP now. So now we will create buffer array of byte type object. So that we will set first to null. Then we will loop while, okay, user types the by. Whenever user types the by from the keyboard, so that connection can be, or that will quit, that is exit from the particular messaging. So the message will be stopped now. So while you can take while true. Then in that you have to take one string. Anything you can take. Then we can use the scanner object along with the next line. so that user can type message that will be stored in the INP variable of string type. Okay, so now here user will type whole line. Okay, after that we have to convert this string into bytes. You know that we can't pass the direct string, so that we have to convert. So we will take one variable. So in that we will have object of the variable of the string, that message, and then get bytes. So get bytes. Okay. So now later on we can create datagram now. So we have message now, we have localhost now. Then we have to create now datagram packet, so that that packet can be sent to the server. So create datagram packet now. And you know that what we require for the datagram packet is that 4 fields. So dp is equal to new datagram packet. In that we have to pass 4 arguments. So here we are having data, that is buff. So you can write here. Then we require data length. So buff dot length we can write here. Then we require IP. So IP is here, that object. Okay. So IP write down here. Then port number, so the IP. In port number you can take anything. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4 I will take here. That datagram packet, java.net package we have to import. Now see here, datagram packet with the name dp object can be created with all these 4 things. Now datagram packet is ready. Now we have to send it. Okay. Now for sending, you know that datagram socket object we have to use along with send, and then datagram packet. So here dp will be automatically comes. So I have exception, just I told you, because we are sending something. Whenever there is input output operation is going on, so that exception we have to catch, or either we have to throw it. So this is now complete datagram socket object we are creating. So that object we are used here to send the data packet. Now we have to break the loop. That's I told you. Whenever client type by, so then messaging will be stopped. So there, break the loop by loop. So for that we have to use if condition, then whatever input message that is typing by the user. So with that we can use equals, then we can write here by, then here we can write break. Okay. That means whenever user types with that object by from the keyboard, so that will be close communication. So this may be the client side. So I hope you take the screenshot. These are not used. I will remove it. So now this will be the, I will get the more lines here. So this is the complete client side code. Okay, so now client can send messages to server, no doubt, as many messages as they want, and whenever client types by, then connection may be closed from the client side. So now this is the one side. We have to create now one more class for server. So UDP server. Okay, now here also we have to use public static void main. Now here also we have to create the socket first. So create socket. It's our first step in every socket programming. Okay, so remember, create socket, that is must for both client and server, because that is a mechanism used to connect to host. Then data can be sent. But if there is no socket object, then data can't be sent. So first, anywhere, either client, either server, we have to create the socket first. So here we will create the socket, and whatever the IP we are going to feed here, that is 1234, sorry, port number. So server can listen to that port number. So we have to create socket listening to the port. What is port number? 1234. Okay, you can. So remember this code, this port we have to check. Whatever port number you have written in the client side, same code we have to write here. So now datagram socket object we have to create. Then with the value of 1234. Okay. Again, add supported packages. Socket spelling is wrong. SOCKET. Okay, you have to throw the declaration. Okay. So now see, datagram socket with the name DS object can be created with the 1234. This is a port number, so that server can listen to this port number from client side. Okay. Now we have to create the array so that whatever client is sending, that we have to store. So we are creating byte array, byte type array with the method with the object. Sorry. So now create one more byte. Now size you can give anything. I can write here 65, 535. Okay. That means we are assuming that client is sending more messages. Okay. So that 65,535 character array I have created. It is not like that. You can take it less also. Now, so set the datagram packet to null first. Datagram packet. So here you can use d receive is equal to null. Okay. So import the package java.net. After that, we have to create one more loop here while true, because server has to accept all messages which client is sending. Okay, so while true, while true, so here I will write comment, create datagram packet to receive the data. Okay, so what is object we are creating? DP receive. So that object we have to write here. So this is object. So DP receive is equal to new datagram packet, and we have to write only receive, that is data in the byte format in the here receive comma length. Okay. because this is server side. Okay, so therefore we don't require any host name and port number. This is the listening to the same port number, and IP don't require because client is communicating with server, not server. So therefore here IP doesn't require. So now after this datagram packet we are receiving in the DP receive. Now we are to receive data in byte buffer. Okay, as I told you. So with the object of the datagram socket and with the object with the receive method, so automatic DP will be received now. So now receive is the method actually, and this DP receive, this is the datagram object. So that we have to write here, automatically it comes, no doubt. Then we have to write one system.out.println. So all this logic I have told you, so therefore I am just describing each and every line what happens. So everything I taught in the theory. So system.out.println, so here we can write client says okay. Then for data receive. So this is one more logic I will tell you. So that class we have to create later on. Then exit the loop. For exit server node, if client says bye, you know that when your client type bye from the keyboard, so that time server also exit and client also exit. So that we have to use if data dot in the receive receive to string dot equals y, then you can fetch one line, no doubt, if required, and send by. So exiting. Okay. Then break. So this is the if loop. This is a for loop. Now after that we have to clear the buffer. After every message, no, clear the buffer. So here receive dot new. So every time we have to use that 535, assuming that client can send that much message. So this will now create each time new buffer for each message. Okay. So now data, no, this is up to now okay, it is okay. So now we have to create one more class now after this. So here data will be returned, but there is no corresponding class. So this is now utility method to convert the byte array into string. So here public static. Anything you can take here, string, builder, data, and here we can use byte with the object. Okay. Public public if A is equal to null, return null. Otherwise, string builder is equal to new I will take one more variable of I, integer I, then we can put 0 here, while A dot in the array if not equal to 0, then while here we can write return dot append that character, you know that char I plus plus close it, return okay. So what is this error? I think syntax delete this token. This is not used, so remove it. So this is somewhat logic. You know all these things. Now both server and client program is ready. So I think there is no error now, up till now. So you can start the server first. Then we can start the client. So now see here. Here client says HDFS काही पण मी काय पण टाकतो इथं किंवा टाकू व्यवस्थित टाकू hello. Okay, now server will just says whatever the message saying sending from the client side, server just reflect at the server side. Server is just communicating that this is the message from client. Server is not sending any message. Okay, it will just accept. So until client says bye. Okay, so hello server, how are you? Okay, I am client. I am client. I am fine here. Hope you also fine there. Okay. Bye. So this is now bye. Okay. So after that, there is no client can't type. See here, I am typing from the keyboard. You are listening the voice. You are listening the sound of the laptop keyboard keypad. Here I am typing, but nothing will be typed because client says bye. So that time both will be quit.